Okay, I don't know why I got to do that every time I press start. But either way, today we are talking about denial. Um, so I just got denied from this thing called Operation New Hope, which is um, kind of like an outreach program for like people who just got out of jail. So I went to jail for fighting my cousin, and uh, technically, I guess I took his watch. But that's beside the point. I was charged with strong arm robbery, which apparently is a felony too. I was in there for 36 days. The charges got dropped. Um, but so this is a common occurrence for me. Well, the denial part of. So I went to Operation New Hope. The guy said, "Okay, like no offense, but I see you like this is how severe is on a scale of 1 to 10. How is this?" I said 6. He said, "Okay, that's so it gets pretty severe then." I said, "Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. If I don't have my medication." He said, "Well, I don't see you in a classroom setting um, as not a disruption to others." And I said, "Okay, I guess I understand." Um, but so I got denied from. They were supposed to give me like I think $350 a month. Each week is a $100 gift certificate, and then 50 on the last week. They were supposed to get. It's called a Ready Work for Work program. They're supposed to get me situated with a job, and they also had housing opportunities. You just had to be a part of their program. Um, but I got denied just because of my situation. And that actually does kind of happen a little bit. Like I've been to some interviews, like for jobs, where they see that I have this, at least even just a little bit, and I think that they think that I'm just kind of a drug addict or something. Back in the day, they used to say, "What's wrong with that kid?" Now that I'm an adult, they say, "What is he on?" I can tell you how many times I've had people ask me, even while working. I've got my uniform on and everything, just typing away on the computer, putting in orders. Um, hey, excuse me. What can I ask you a question? Yeah. What are you on? And my initial response is, in my mind, I'm like, okay, so what if I told you I was on meth? Would that make it better? Like, don't judge meth heads. They might just be on Tourette's, you know? So, so I say, oh, you must be talking about my movements and my twitches, my tics and stuff. I have Tourette's. And that specific lady was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be so insensitive." But you were. You literally were, you know? And I think that insensitivity, um, I think it comes from curiosity, which is okay. But I don't know. I don't really know anybody that does this when they're on drugs. Like, I've had people say, um, "Oh, I want what he's on." I'm like, no, I don't think you really do. I don't think you want what I'm on. It's pretty fucking torturous. Um, so, whatever the case is, sometimes I do get denied, just certain opportunities, which I feel like I had to address just because, I was denied this, especially in this specific case, a chance for, it's called Operation New Hope. My uncle was like, they literally took your hope away. I was like, I mean, I guess if you really look at it like that, I've got to start looking at things from like an objective point of view and from an outside point of view as opposed to just in my head. Because when the reality comes to it, I do have a problem. I have a good amount of problems, actually. Um, and I think that now that I'm embracing them, um, I am like figuring things out a little more. Like before, my parents raised me like, I had a 504 plan in school, so they asked me if I needed extra time on tests, if I had to go anywhere else, and I'd be like, no, 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 because I hated tests. I would just want to get them over with, And if you took me to a different room, it would make it worse. And on top of that, I just don't want to fucking prolong this test, you know. So so my parents raised me like it's not a crutch, okay? So you're still you're normal. You're still a normal kid. You still play soccer. You still play basketball. You still love music. You still play video games. You still, play with friends. You're still a normal kid. But the reality was that I wasn't, and I still am not a normal kid. I'm 30 now, so I've still got issues that come up from when I was a kid. Like I guess laying down on a bed is kind of hard for me. I'm not sure why. Sitting down too, you'll rarely catch me sitting down. Actually, the last videos I had with me sitting down, that's kind of really, really rare because I've broken chairs, I've broken toilets. I haven't broken a public toilet yet, but we'll see, I guess. So that's just kind of my 2 cents on denial and shit. I mean, I don't really think that people knowingly, do that. Like, if they're interviewing me, maybe they might not actually like, oh wait, hold on, maybe he's, maybe he can work for this place. I think they just I don't see how he's gonna be able to do that. Like if I can't work with you, I can't hire you, right? But that's just one of the things I have to deal with almost on a daily basis. I've been unemployed for 2 years now, and I've been trying to get a job. It used to not be as hard. I used to be able to get a job like that. Like I would like threaten, yo, like if you're gonna fucking fire me, go ahead, because I can get a job like fucking that. Not anymore. For some reason, it's just a little hard. Also, I just moved to Jacksonville, so I've got I got my only references are my family, which they work in different fields. So, and I'm not really trying to work HVAC or back a house. You feel me? I feel all cooped up sometimes. I gotta move and be free, and I'm a social butterfly, by the way. I have to talk to people almost like it's almost like a curse. I gotta like hear people's stories and tell them mine. I don't know. It's just something that has to do with me. So, anyways, I just wanted to make a short little video about that situation. Happened like maybe a couple days or 3 days ago type shit. Maybe 4. I don't know. The days kind of blend together when you're just sleeping all day, So, Wancho out. Wait, yep.